David Waterworth. David's coming to speak to us about the global electric vehicle uptake. David is a retired teacher who divides his time between his grandchildren and tries to make the planet better that we live on. So that's right, David? Yeah. Yes, yes, that's exactly right. So the grandchildren still have a planet to live on. So perfect. So we'll let you have a chat about that, and it'd be interesting to listen to some statistics.
I'm a retired school teacher, so there'll be lots of maths in this. About 10 years ago I retired and was bored and lonely, so I decided to collect statistics on the global EV uptake. Just to let you know, the numbers are changing rapidly. Every first week of every month, if you look at the website cleantechnica.com, which is the one that I write for, you'll find new statistics about the increase of electric cars. When I say electric cars, I mean battery electric cars and plug-in hybrids. I'm not talking about the hybrids that you can't plug in that actually run on petrol. So only talking about cars that run on electricity. Those of you who follow the car market will have noticed that total car sales peaked in 2017. I have to remember to do this. At about 100 million. In 2021, it dropped to about 70 to 80 million. So we've had a 30% reduction in the number of new cars of all types being sold around the world. The percentage of BEVs, battery electric vehicles, and PHEVs, which are plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, is increasing, and mature markets like Scandinavia favour BEVs. Norway, this last month sold 82% of new cars sold in Norway were battery electric vehicles. And surprisingly enough, none of them were Teslas, just to let you know. Oh, by the way, we're parked over to the side. We've got about 5 electric vehicles if you want to come and have a look at them, sit in them, play with them, whatever you like. Hybrid electric vehicles that Chris talked about are actually on the decline throughout Scandinavia and Northern Europe. What this graph demonstrates, this shows you how fast electric vehicles are being taken up around the world. In Australia, it's very easy to think there's not many around, but where we are now is where England was 2 years ago. And now 1 out of every 4 cars sold in the UK is a plug-in vehicle. And there are electric chargers everywhere. So this shows all the different countries in Europe and how fast. So you'll notice towards the left of the screen how steep those lines are, how fast the cars are being picked up. This is Queensland. This is data from Ergon Energy. If you want to check this, there's the reference underneath. This is up to date to the end of March, first quarter this year. And what I want you to notice is how steep the curve is. This is happening very, very fast. Look at Europe and Scandinavia. Norway, over 90% of all new vehicles are electric. Denmark and Sweden, it's around 50%. The Netherlands, I've only got April figures, 33%. Germany, UK and France, 25%. They're the April figures. Every month that figure goes up. If you look at China, China is now the largest car market in the world, far bigger than the USA. I think you've got 25% up there. Last week that went to 29%. So in April, 25% of all new cars sold in China had a plug. In May, 29% of all new cars sold in China had a plug. Massive increase. In the USA, overall the USA is about the same as us, about 5%, except in California where it's 12%. In Australia, our growth rate has been rapid from a very low base. 2020, 0.8% of all new cars sold were electric. Very, very small number. 2021, 2.4%, so you notice that's tripled. And in 2022, it's about they're projecting 4 to 5%, depending on the number of cars that come out of China. And most of those are Teslas. So Tesla has a very strong grip on the EV market in Australia. what we're expecting in the second half of this year is massive boatloads of BYD electric cars, and there's one over there on display. You can go and have a look at it and have a chat to the owner. So if BYD follows through, which is highly likely, they will double that figure. We may end up with 10%. 10% of new cars sold in Australia are highly likely to be electric cars. They sold as many cars in the first quarter as they did the whole of last year. So these cars are going to be everywhere. Charging stations are going to be everywhere. We've got a new federal government. The new federal government is bringing in bonus incentives, as well as a reduction in fringe benefits tax, which will lead to an even greater number of cars being sold. So the challenge is, when you need a new car, please consider electric. Go and have a look at electric cars, see what they can do for you. I drove my electric car from Brisbane to Winton and back 3,000 kilometres, and it cost me $40 in electricity. The difference in fuel cost is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much.
So we're driving along the highway now, and about every 2 hours there's a electric station, the charging
they're
station.
closer than that.
They're closing in on us, I believe.
Mount Larkham
Mount Larkham has one. Mirionvale has one.
Gin,
Childers, Gympie, and Brisbane. And I know there's a few places in Gladstone that actually have got private ones at their car parks and things like that.
Well, we're staying in a hotel. They have a destination charger.
Right.
So I brought my car in yesterday, plugged it in.
Great, fantastic.
Yep.
So my question was, so if you pull up at Mount Larkham, you're going to Rockhampton and you need to get some electricity, do you have to pay? How do you pay for that?
Yes, you have I'll go back a step. You can get an app for your phone called PlugShare. Shows you every electrical charging unit in the world.
Wow.
You narrow it down to where you want to go. So that tells you where the charging stations are, because they're not very well advertised. You don't see them. Then with the ones coming up the highway, you have to get an app from it's ChargeFox or Fox Charge. I can never remember which way it goes. So you get the app. When you get there, you log in with the app, and you've already put in your credit card details. You pull the thing off, stuff it in your car, and when it's done, you pull it out and it's charged to your credit card.
Right, that's really interesting.
Very
I've
simple.
always wanted that, because I just got myself an electric bike this year, so I'm hoping to go and do some bike packing and when I get a bit of time. So are there other little chargers too you can plug in just for 240?
Not there, no.
Not there.
At those, they're built
Specific for, yes.
high-speed charging. If you plug your bike in, it would blow it up.
Right, okay. So I won't be doing that.
Don't do
okay, rightio. Not a problem. Well, thank you so much.